everybody, we're back with a guest again, because honestly, it's me. Because honestly, it's more fun to do it with another person instead of talking to myself like I'm a crazy person. So we have Jessica back. She's my sister.
Hello.
Obviously, she looks somewhat like me. I don't think we look exactly alike, but a lot of people are like, oh my god, you guys are like twins.
I mean, I've seen some things where like I've seen side by sides of us when we have like the exact same hairstyle, same makeup, and I'm like, okay, I see it. But not twins, just sisters. I get it.
Yeah, like if you see a picture of me next to my mom at my age, I look exactly like her, and Jessica next to our dad. And like he was like a pretty man. He was a very like Fabio looking guy.
But like,
he had like long blonde hair too.
Have you ever seen those memes where it's like, oh, you look just like your dad, and it's just like this.
It's like,
I look exactly like him, down to like just everything. I think even the same forehead. No Botox here, people.
I have that too.
Maybe later.
Let me open the curtain.
I should start making him pay for it. Yeah, you gave me so many wrinkles in my...
Right? I know. I got those wrinkles too. It's fine. Anyway, we're doing Reddit again. We're reading Reddit again because I thought that'd be fun. Honestly, to be totally honest, I've been feeling good the past...
I know.
Few weeks. I think I got the plague.
I'm sorry, that sucks.
It is what it is, but it's fine. This is like nice, easy, chill. We can just hang out and talk crap. So let's get into it. Let's take a quick pause to talk about something pretty cool that I did. I just published a cookbook. Yes, that's right, a cookbook, okay, of sorts, with Hungry Root, and I named it Call Me Chris Cooks, which is a pretty self-explanatory title, but it's all the good stuff, kept simple, real protein, actual flavor, none of the 12-step nonsense. Most of this is done before I'd even find a restaurant or anything, like on one of those apps. The seared beef short rib with the easy cleanup garlic potatoes, which is one I make when I want to feel like I have my life together, because you can do it all in one pan, which is awesome. Then there's the honey garlic beef and jasmine rice, Korean barbecue chicken, and the Southwestern chicken bowl. And for the nights I'm pretending to be a wellness influencer, I have roasted salmon with sweet potato and Brussels, or the tzatziki chicken power bowl. And both are delicious. And neither really takes much effort. And these three ingredients live in my kitchen permanently: the seasoned jasmine rice, the grass-fed sirloin, and the sweet potato you can just microwave, because I do not have time to wait 45 minutes for a sweet potato to bake in the oven, okay? And snacks are in the Hungry Root box too, and I love me some snacks. We have these, and even ones that I like to hide from my husband, like this delicious dark chocolate bar. But I'll reach for these when dinner is feeling a bit theoretical. You know what I mean? But Call Me Chris Cooks lives on Hungry Root, so go steal all of it now. Thank you to Hungry Root for sponsoring the video and supporting the channel, and let's get back to it. Jessica, give him a compliment.
Hello, everyone. How are you today? Compliment for you guys. I'm so proud of the way you're going to approach this year in September. September always feels like a brand new, fresh start because, you know, I was a teacher. My husband's a teacher. There's just going back to school and everything. And it's kind of like that mid-year fresh start. And I think you all are going to approach it with a really good attitude and great smiles and spooky season and Christmas, and we're gonna live it up during the seasonal depression time, you know?
Oh yeah, that's wow. That's
that.
Awesome.
I get that, and I think you guys are gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
it's way better than my compliments.
I'm sure all of you have amazing eyelashes, unlike mine, but
yeah, we have bad eyelashes.
I seriously just stand there with the eyelash curler.
Please help.
Oh, and it's gone. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, so that's all I got.
I got a bit of a barrage of different kinds of Reddit stories. First is, am I overreacting? Am I overreacting? Have you read that before?
No.
You overreact.
Oh, yeah?
I overreact.
I always
think we'll be good for this. Yeah, we're pretty overreacty people.
I'm getting better.
I'm just
but
kidding.
no, I always overreact.
I'm just joshing. Yeah, I think we've both gotten better. I tend to overreact a little bit sometimes. The title is, Am I Overreacting? I contacted the woman in my husband's phone.
So far, no.
Nope. You're fine with me. Hi, everyone. I, 21 female, recently discovered a suspicious contact in my husband's 23 male phone and decided to contact her. This is a bit of a story, so bear with me. All right. So they're 21 and 23. They're babies.
I was going to say.
Not that gives excuse to anything, but that's just relevant,
babies.
I feel like. It started a few months ago. The shady phone business. Lock screening when I'm around, not allowing me on it anymore. You get the gist. About a month ago, we were running errands in a different town, and because we were nearby, we decided to pop by his grandparents' house for a visit. He called a contact named Grandma, and a different woman picked up. At first, I would have assumed a potential PSW. Is it PSW? I'm too old for this. I need to look it up. Personal support worker? Is that right?
Oh,
That
like
might-
of the grandma. Of the grandma, maybe.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just dumb. That's not even like a Gen Z thing. That's just like a normal. Now I know. Assumed it was a potential PSW or some sort of helper. Oh, there you go. I should have just read a little further. Despite them having no present issues. However, my husband reacted very weirdly / shocked and ended the call immediately without responding to the woman. All she had said was, hello? Then he got weird with me, asking me, who the fuck was that? And saying, that was so weird. I have no idea who that was. Who the fuck was that? It was so weird. I have no idea. He couldn't be more suspicious. I shrugged it off, making a mental note to check it out later on, but not to ruin the day we were having. I searched his messages. I didn't find anything. I didn't dig far though. Yesterday we were traveling. He asked me for GPS directions on his phone, and I saw that same contact in his recently searched, like in that taskbar search on iPhone that automatically bring up an app or contact. I inquired, asking if he figured out who that contact was. He said no. I then questioned, why does it show you contacted them recently? And he freaked out on me. Oh, projection. Like he actually lost it. He was yelling, demanding that I show him where it says that, insisting that he hadn't. His defensiveness is a huge red flag to me. It's usually a telltale sign. I asked him, so when we get to X place, you're okay with me calling that contact? He got even more mad, but agreed nonetheless. When we arrived, I phoned the number off his phone and it rung until voicemail. What struck me was that there was no voicemail intro, no identifier, just the immediate beep to leave a message. I called the number this morning off of my own phone, and she picked up. She refused to give me her name, even after I explained the situation that I found her contact in my husband's phone. She insists that she has been married for 20 years. Oh my God, is he saying like a 40-year-old? That's crazy. And has never met my husband. However, like I said, she was really rude and wouldn't even introduce herself after I spoke. It was super brief, 5-minute call. She hung up on me after I apologized for calling. I found this really off-putting for them both to respond with aggressive defense. I tried reasoning by thinking maybe hubby typed his grandma's number wrong. Maybe it's only 1 digit off. But then I'm thinking that I've witnessed him contact her before, so where did the old contact go? I'm thinking of going through the phone deeper, but I'm worried that I may be overreacting. Initial thoughts.
No, that defensive behavior is a huge red flag.
Right?
Oh, I'd take his phone immediately.
I know you've been through shitty relationships kind of like this, but have you been like in a moment like this? Like with like shady phone business? Because I have not. Through like shady phone stuff anyway.
I'm trying to think back. I really don't.
Although we weren't really like, we had cell phones, I guess, in like late high school.
Cell phones.
But
yeah, it wasn't like that. It was just kind of like just the day and age. No phone stuff really. I didn't really get nervous with like the phone stuff. It was always like
MSN,
parties.
Facebook.
No, honestly, it was like parties that I wasn't at kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
I was too busy to go. Like, because my relationships were in high school. So it was just like I was busy doing my sports. So if I couldn't go to a party or something like that, that's when I was like, what went down? Is one of those.
That's
so
fair.
no, I don't know about the phone stuff. But if I was thinking about it right now with like my husband, if that was the case and he got really defensive, immediately I would just take his phone and be like, no, we're just going to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I've gone through my husband's phones for a really long time because he gives no signs of that.
No, I've never gone through mine.
I'm just going to find golf. It's just going to be all golf stuff.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think she's overreacting at all. Absolutely
No, at this point, I don't think so either. I think she has every single right to be able to look through his phone and like whenever she wants. And I feel like something is going on. I don't know what, but I feel like something's going on. And if it's not, then shame on me. But there is an edit / update. So thank you for all the responses. I'm on board here and we'll be digging deeper into this. If this turns out the way we suspect, I will be leaving him. Good for you. I've managed to find out that she lives in my town. That's also far. I've checked out most/all of the sites recommended. Unfortunately, they're all USA ones, and I'm in Canada. We probably know her. Everybody knows everybody up there. Just kidding, we don't. I'll still be checking other options out, and I'm still taking all of your ideas/advice. I ended up confirming his actual grandmother's phone number, which is completely different from the one at hand. I mean, eliminating the accidental misinput idea. He knows that I'm investigating this further, but I don't intend on telling him anything going forward. That's good. Okay, you guys are married. I mean, you guys are young, so you guys, I don't know what kind of assets y'all got or anything like that, but you should be keeping, like, sending yourself stuff, keeping all the evidence, because this is
buckle up, sister.
Could be bad. There's more though. Let's read some comments. Here's the perspective of the woman who was once called. I was in a relationship for a year with a man who told me he was single until his girlfriend of 10 years that he was living with called me. I told her, ask me anything. I will tell you everything. That SOB, son of a bitch, couldn't tell me he had a girlfriend. I'm not going to defend us. She found our deleted texts in the deleted text section of his phone. I think that goes back 10 days. I sent her more. I also told her to look back in his Cash App because we used to casually bet $5 on football games, and he sent me some money for Christmas lights. She was so sweet. I love her and consider her a friend now. I'll always be a girl's girl and have her back. See, that's how you should respond.
Absolutely.
That's how you should respond.
Absolutely. Man, if my sons...
Right?
Psh,
Yeah.
yeah. No. No. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I'd be giving them a talking to. Another person says, check the phone bill for his phone. It should have info on call and text history. If you find stuff, leave him. OP said, we have separate phone plans/bills. I'd have to hardcore invade his financial privacy to do that. Though I'll keep it noted as an idea if needed. I can probably just bring it to his attention too. Like, I'd like to go through the bill to figure this out. 4 days later, another update. Hold on to your panties. My last update got removed. Oh. So hopefully this one manages. I'll keep it short and I'll try to keep it AIO2. What does that mean?
What?
AIO. I'll try to keep it AIO2.
AI. Is it L? A little. Is it L
know.
or is it I?
All in one.
Okay.
Thanks. I traced that number to a burner phone in my town. There's absolutely nothing else attached to the phone number. That being said, I decided to dig further into this woman. Thank you to everyone who gave suggestions on how to do this, and also to everyone who offered help. She just isn't my business any further than this. Now, I didn't discover if he'd been seeing her, but this did lead me to investigate further after talking with him. I first asked him to be open and transparent if he's doing anything behind my back. He denied and promised me he isn't. I then went through his phone. Finally, for everyone who misread my last post, this is the first time I snooped without his permission. I can barely believe it, but I found multiple other women and multiple website logins. I'll keep that brief so my post isn't removed. So it was nasty sites. I'm heartbroken. I'm destroyed. I confronted him and he denied it. When I showed proof, he broke and admitted this had all been going on for 2 years. 2 years. I'm still not sure what my next step is, but I had a calm talk with him expressing that this could not be repaired and that I'm done. He is sleeping on the couch. Would it be dramatic / overreacting to straight up ask him to leave for a bit?
No.
What?
Get out.
Get the hell out, you perv.
Out you go.
Like, spend a night or two with his friends or side chicks. Lol. I need to pack my things and clear my head. Additionally, I'm the caretaker of the house and animals, and he has the car. So this makes more sense than me leaving for a bit. I need to pack my things. I'm already speaking with my lawyer. Good for you.
That's
Smart.
not overreacting, sis.
No.
Out he goes. I'm
My
taking
gosh.
the damn dog.
I just watched that. I just watched Legally Blonde 1 and Legally Blonde 2 yesterday. I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
That's it.
So
I'm not
good.
going to try. We're going to leave it
Try
at yours.
You can do it
again.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass. See,
That's pretty good.
I can't. I can't.
Turns into Sean Connery. I just can't do it.
I'm so bad at accents or impersonations
That's
and
fine.
all of the impersonations.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's not good. It's terrible. I'm really sorry. But I'm glad you figured it out now.
Especially at the age of, what was she, 21?
Yeah, she's 21. I think he's 23.
21?
Yeah.
yeah, out you go, bud.
I think, but yeah, if your partner gets really defensive with their phone, man.
Oh, yeah.
Look into it.
Like, I'm trying to think, like, how would that even if I wanted to be sneaky, like, I always give my phone to my kids.
Yeah. I was watching.
Like, not, obviously, they don't play with my phone, but, like, sorry, they don't play games on my phone. They just, like, the camera app's up or something's going around or whatever. Like, just stuff that could, I don't know. I
was watching this divorce lawyer talk.
Is it that, like that older guy? Slick back hair a little bit?
Sexton,
yeah.
Or whatever his name is. Yeah, he's awesome. Mm-hmm. But he was talking about, it's like one of the number one things nowadays where people get caught is on iPads. Like kids' iPads, because everything like goes into the cloud, and it's makes sense.
That makes sense.
I hope nobody's watching this that just like took notes from that, and they're like, okay, good.
Well, if you took notes, that's
or
done.
go look at your iPad right now if you're thinking.
Oh, that's
something's
what you
going
mean.
on.
That is interesting.
All right, well, let me know what you guys think. Let's move on. We're gonna change course here. We're gonna go to the Am I a Scallywag, and it's Am I the Scallywag for refusing to return a lost dog that was clearly well loved.
Ooh, I was going to say, was it abandoned? Was it beaten?
If somebody took one of my dogs and just didn't give it back, murder.
Yeah.
Like if somebody took Kevin and was like, I'm just going to keep him, and I found out about it, I would bring the law in. I don't know how that works, but I feel like we're going to find out. About 7 months ago, a friend found a dog near her house. I took her in and called animal control. They said to bring her in to look for a microchip. She was underweight with dirty fur. AC couldn't find a microchip, so they said I could hold on to her for a week and they would list her on their website, and if nobody claimed her, I could adopt her. So that's exactly what happened. Okay, so as far as we know, she's underweight, she's dirty fur, there's no microchip. Okay. My dog now has shiny fur and is very healthy. She is polite and walks well on a leash. She does lots of tricks. I have depression and anxiety, and she's my support animal. She's honestly the light of my life. Last month, I joined a Facebook group for the same unusual pure breed that my dog is. I posted a picture of her in the group. A woman was tagged, and a few hours later, she DMs me. She said my dog was her dog, and she was so thankful I found her and wanted to arrange to come get her. She offered to pay me for taking good care of her. Okay, when people lose dogs, also, not every dog is microchipped, but when people lose dogs, I mean, it could be weeks. That dog could have just been out and starving and dirty. So that makes sense. If I got that message, I'd be like, oh my God, of course, immediately. I thought she was trying to scam me since she lived across the country. Oh, that's interesting. But when I looked into it, I found her Instagram with a lot of dog pictures and videos. My dog has very unique markings, so it was unmistakably the same dog as the one in her pictures. My dog is a show champion and had a lot of training to do obedience, agility, and a few others I've never heard of. She has a lot of fancy titles too. Was clearly well cared for, well trained, and well loved. I don't want to read anymore because the title, She said her house caught fire last year and she lost everything, including my dog. It's not your dog who ran away. Her dog that ran away. Nobody knows how she traveled so far or what happened between when she got lost and when my friend found her. Across, like, no wonder it's so skinny and dirty and everything. Oh my God, that's terrible. And that dog probably traveled so much being a show dog. And that dog was probably so much money, and she spent so much money on that dog. Oh my gosh. She never stopped looking for my dog. Her dog. I'm going to have an aneurysm.
It's going to be okay. Okay. It's her dog, the other person's dog.
But I'm going to read it how it says it. She even had a video of my dog, a super cute puppy, getting a microchip. No idea why the shelter and my vet couldn't find it, but my dog had one at some point. Why is she saying my dog so much? Here's the part where I might be the asshole. I told the woman I appreciated the great job she did with my dog for the first few years of her life. She's 5, and I was sorry to hear about her circumstances, but I couldn't give up my beloved girl. She's my support animal, so I'm not even sure how I could live without her. I gotta go back. How long has she had this dog? Not that it would matter literally at all.
What? So it
sounds like she's only had her for like weeks, max months, maybe.
Wasn't there like 7 months ago?
Oh, true. Wait, where did it say that?
Was it at the beginning?
About 7 months ago, a friend found a dog. That good call.
Okay.
So she's saying the first few years of her life, she's like only had her for, a handful of months. This is insane.
I just keep thinking about that poor lady that's like
lost her house in a house fire, and then you take her fucking dog? Anyway, I'll keep reading. I told the woman I appreciated the great job she did with my dog the first few years of her life. She's 5, and I was sorry to hear about her circumstances, but I couldn't give up my beloved girl. She's my support animal, so I'm not even sure I could live without her. I offered to send her pictures regularly, but she turned really nasty. I got tons of hateful messages from people I don't even know. I had panic attacks whenever I got notifications because her friends acted like it's my fault. I didn't choose for this special dog to change my life so much any more than I chose for my dog to get lost. You mean her dog to get lost? Because it was her dog when it got lost. I ultimately blocked her because she wouldn't leave me alone, the way I would call the police. Since she was listed with the shelter for the hold period and no microchip was found, I've adopted her and she's mine. I'm legally in the right, but am I morally wrong?
Yep. Yep, you are.
I know she loves my dog and wants her back, but I can't picture life without her. Not one where I'm happy anyway. If I could clone my dog and give this chick one, I would. Your opinion doesn't matter because it's not your dog. I understand finding an animal and you know, getting to know it and being like so in love with it. But then, you know, this happens. No. Sure, I get it. It's heartbreaking. Not to mention this dog was clearly because the actual owner trained the out of this dog, and it's probably the best dog you've ever come across. But it doesn't matter. This is morally so wrong. Like, you are going to hell for this. I'm being too much. This is too much.
No,
I'm just picturing Kevin. I'm just picturing somebody taking Kevin.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to say
I've never had my own dog. I've had a family dog.
We've had family dogs, yeah.
If this happened to Charlie, Bear, or Max, the way I would hunt this lady down and steal the dog back in the night.
Full Liam Neeson.
I would.
Yeah.
Absolutely would.
And then light her house on fire. Just kidding. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, how would you figure out where this chick lived? I don't know. I mean, we could figure it out.
Yeah, you got Facebook. You can figure it out. You can hire a PI. They'd find him immediately.
Exactly. I would definitely steal this dog back in the night.
In the night.
For sure.
I would make a spectacle of it. I'd make her go on the news. And like, I would go to the press.
There you go.
I would make a spectacle of this person. No, I just, I think this person's evil. I think they're not well, which sucks, but that doesn't mean you can steal other people's dogs.
No.
Once you found out that
enough. Yeah. Yeah. And scallywag is not a good enough term for this character.
It's not bad to take a dog in if it's lost and it doesn't, there's no microchip and all that stuff. That's wonderful. Great.
But you found the owner.
You found the owner. Because it's not your dog, and you are an asshole to the nth degree. Let's see what other people said though. Maybe I'm being a bit dramatic. Oh no, verdict overwhelmingly asshole. Thank God.
Yes.
The top comment from the original post, because there is an update, thank God. Though it's incredibly difficult, you're the asshole. It's not your dog. You just thought it was. Put yourself in her shoes. Give the dog back. Another person, you're the asshole and you know it. She had and loved that dog for years while you've only had the dog for 7 months. Another person said, so massively you're the asshole, and 7 months as a unofficial therapy dog doesn't mean anything compared to 5 years from a pup and a loss after a fire. I have an otter hound, a very rare and unusual breed, less than 800 worldwide. This post has my blood boiling. If the breed was unusual, I'm angry there wasn't any effort done by the shelter or OP in asking breed groups about a found dog. If someone found an otter hound and kept it and posted it on the breed's Facebook page, everyone in the group would immediately actively work to find and reconnect the original owner. And it sounds like that's exactly what happened. OP needed to do more due diligence trying to find the previous owner, instead did bare minimum and then got upset when they were busted while trying to brag online about their new cool dog. Crazy. There's an update. Thank God. 15 days later. My previous post got unexpectedly massive response. I got thousands of messages, most which weren't kind, and many outright threatened to harm me. People shouldn't try to harm someone because of that.
Not harm. Yeah. Obviously not. But I'm just meaning like the whole negative.
Yeah.
What did you think was going to happen?
It wasn't easy, but I read every single comment and message. The shelter let me foster my dog for the stray hold when they couldn't find a chip. They were pretty full and it kept her out of a cage. I would have happily given her back if she was claimed then. When nobody did, I took her to be spayed and signed adoption papers. Oh, you got her spayed. I mean, at that point, I get it. You didn't know at that point, but that's got to be... I'm sure that person probably didn't want them to get spayed. Whatever. That's besides the point because she didn't know at that point. You don't see her breed a lot, but it's not rare. I won't say what breed, but not a retriever or equally common. The shelter had her listed as the right breed. I learned unique markings aren't always so unique. I've since found 2 other dogs that could be her twin. I compared her to the pics of the woman's dog again. Her dog's face is what made me think they're the same, but my dog has a tiny bit of white on one of her toes that the other dog doesn't. Also, dogs start going gray in age.
I was going to say
5 years old. Kevin's whole face is different now. He's 7, but he started to go completely white on his face. So 2 days after making the last post, I took her to the vet. The vet said fur color can be affected if the skin and hair follicles are damaged. She didn't have a toe injury when she was found, so she was probably born that way. The vet scanned her whole body and took x-rays because it was eating me not to know. No microchip anywhere. Listen, if this ends up not being the dog, I will say sorry. But
that is a different,
but also
a different story.
Not because you thought it was.
And you still didn't give it back.
Said no. You're still an asshole. But I will take back some of what I said if this doesn't end up being. We'll see. The vet said they can fall out, but it's super rare. Oh, interesting. Okay. Her teeth are very white, so the vet thinks she's 2 or 3. I said she was 5 because that's how old the woman said her lost dog was, and initially I did think they were the same. She doesn't know special commands like the woman's dog in her video. She walks nice, sits, comes, but won't pick stuff up or other commands her dog knew. I mean, that's not uncommon for dogs to literally like lose that ability to do that stuff. My therapist and I talked about my selfish response to the stress and how I'd like to react in the future. We explored what my life would look like if I gave my dog up and talked about my support people and coping skills because it isn't fair for my dog to be my only support. I unblocked the woman to say I want what's best for the dog, but she's not unhappy and loves her life with me. I offered to send in my dog's DNA to compare her dog's DNA. She said she didn't have her dogs to compare. I suggested she asked the breeder for relatives' DNA. She said that wasn't an option. I said I'm uncomfortable giving my dog up if we aren't 100% sure our dogs are the same dog. She was angry and still thinks they're the same despite the evidence. I consulted with an animal lawyer who said my case is strong since I adopted legally, the shelter followed protocol, there's no microchip, reasonable doubt in markings and age, and the woman won't provide DNA of her dog or a relative. There are a lot of similarities, but a lot of differences too. I'll return her if DNA confirms a match, but until then, she stays with me. She needs stability, and I won't give her away on coincidence alone. I doubt I'll give any more updates, but thanks to everyone who helped me prioritize the dog in this mess. That went completely different than what I thought it would go. Now I feel like a bitch.
No, because
I don't know.
We were going off of just
her reaction to that happening.
Yes.
Was now crazy.
It looks like her therapist did a good job.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, at least she's willing to work on herself. That's good.
And good on her to go to therapy.
I feel like it is weird that the lady doesn't have, because if you have like a purebred or like,
I mean, she could have lost it in a house fire.
Yeah, but with relatives,
but the relatives, yes,
like that's pretty common. And I only like we always had like some sort of like mutts or whatever. Yeah. But Debbie is our only purebred golden retriever because we had somebody that we knew that did it ethically and everything. But we know her parents. We know her grandparents. She's not like a show dog or anything. So I think that's a little odd. I feel like that there's no.
Maybe she got that dog off like some,
I don't know,
black market breeder or something, so she can't.
But it's weird because she had all those show dog videos and everything. So it's like,
I don't know.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
I don't know enough about it, but yeah, I don't like how you reacted, but I like that you went to therapy and you're figuring it out, and you did now do your due diligence. That's good because it sounds like you are at least treating the dog good. Great.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
I'm curious to see what the comments say because they probably know more about this shit than I do. Comments say, if this dog actually was a show dog, it would be no issue to find relatives' DNA to confirm. Yeah, it would be well documented. I have met many dogs that could have been my dog's twin. It's not unusual to find similar coat markings. The person claiming it's their lost dog is also very far away. Not likely a chip would have fallen out. Dog doesn't know the same commands, and show dogs are well trained and would likely not forget commands. I think it's not actually that lady's dog. Also, it being across the country is like,
it is
like,
very highly unlikely.
Was it like
Homeward
Texas
bound.
to like the East Coast, or are we talking like California, New York? Because that is kind of crazy. Maybe this lady's just so desperate to get her dog back after she lost her freaking house, and she sees this dog that looks almost exactly like hers, and then I feel really bad for her. But also that's shady that she wouldn't be willing to do that. I don't know.
Maybe she's grieving. And she's just holding on to any sort of hope. I don't know, because you do want to make sure that a dog would go back to a very loving home. But it's like, would I have been like, oh, clearly this dog needs to be with this lady, even if it wasn't her dog. I don't know if I'd give it. That's
tough. Yeah,
it is tough.
I mean, I think I would have looked into it more. I wouldn't have said no immediately. No. I would have just said, oh my gosh, that's wild. Like, let's figure it out. You know, you want to send me pictures of your dog, and you want to, you know, I don't know.
Maybe come and see the dog. Yeah, kind of thing, and then just make sure that there's extra supports there. If, like, you know, she just take the dog and run. Yeah.
No, I don't know. It is like, I got very passionate because I just pictured this as Kevin, but now that it's like, could maybe not be, which I didn't even think of. It's like, yeah, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that are like, have lost a dog, and then they see dogs that look just like theirs, and they're like, oh, that might be my dog.
Like Max, our first family dog, I feel like his markings were quite unique, weren't they?
Yeah, because he was a mutt. He was like a border collie mixed with other stuff.
If we saw a dog that looked just like Max with those markings.
Yeah. Mutts are different. Mutts, but it'd like a purebred.
Purebred. You're saying purebred.
They do, a lot of them look a lot alike.
That's true.
Comment says, if the dog truly is a well-bred, papered champion dog, it has DNA or a paper trail with a parent or sibling having DNA on file or available. If the owner has any of the dog's hair or old toys, that has DNA as well. Well, we know her house burned down, so I think what you said is relevant. I think a lot of it might be lost, but I feel like you'd be able to track down where you got the dog from. And
yes.
Damn. Well, shit. I don't know.
Retract.
Oh, let's run it back. I stand by what I said with how she first reacted, but I think, taking a step back and being like, okay, I have a dog for 7 months, and then this lady says this, I'd be investigating more than just saying, no, it's my dog. Especially after she's like, my house burnt down.
I just love how it was like we were going with the am I overreacting?
Exactly. See, we have to work on it.
We do, but it's more things that we're passionate about. And I don't think maybe it is still overreacting. And obviously I love dogs, love cats, love animals and everything, but I don't have my own dog. So it's like, it's hard to...
Yeah, you can't compare it to anything.
I can't compare it. Like, and we had family dogs. None of those family dogs, like Charlie really liked me, but like, it was always Dad, right? Yeah. That was her. So it's hard. If you ask me stuff about kids, like your own sons or something, I'll probably overreact.
All right. Next up, we have, am I overreacting? Another overreacting. For refusing to let my husband name our daughter after his best friend. Okay,
I'll need more context. Let's go.
I, 29 female, gave birth to our daughter 3 days ago, and somehow we're still arguing about her name. I'm writing this while she's asleep because I can't sleep anyway, and I honestly don't even know if I'm overreacting anymore. My husband, 31 male, has wanted to name her Claire for basically my entire pregnancy. Okay, best friend, girl best friend, already negatory.
Oh,
well, I mean,
is it girl best friend? Well, Claire?
It's best friend, and the name's Claire, so I'm assuming. Unless it's like a boy named Sue situation. Immediately, I'm on your side.
Yeah.
But I don't, if this is, because I've read some of these where it's like a friend passed away or like something. Let's continue. He told me it was the name of one of his closest friends who passed away a few years before we met. Even so, naming my daughter after someone I didn't know and that like you were on a different level with, not relationship wise, this is it's odd. I think it's like a sweet sentiment, maybe it's innocent and everything, but I think I don't think it's odd for her to think that it's odd, like she wouldn't want to name her kid that, you know.
Don't think you're overreacting.
I think she'd want to give her kid her own identity.
Yes.
So far I'm with you. I said no almost immediately, not because I dislike the name. I actually think it's pretty, but because I wasn't comfortable naming our first child after somebody I never met or even heard of until I got pregnant. I figured he'd be disappointed. We'd throw around a bunch of other names and eventually we'd find one we both liked. That never happened. That never happened.
Okay.
Every few weeks, he'd bring Claire up again. See, I'm just... okay.
I'm not.
Sometimes we were already talking about names, and sometimes completely out of nowhere. By the end of my pregnancy, I was honestly tired of having the same conversation over and over. The thing that bothering me now isn't even the name. We've been together for over 5 years, married for 2, and somehow I've never heard this woman's name until I was pregnant. I've met his parents, his brothers, his college friends, people he knows forever. He's known forever, and nobody has ever mentioned Claire. This is like, oh God, was this like a fling? Was it not even like this is I hope not, because that's just so weird to name your daughter after like just another woman that used to be in your life.
But no one's talking about her either.
This is so odd. What is happening? I even asked one of his college friends at our baby shower because I thought maybe I'd somehow forgotten hearing about her, and he just looked confused and said he didn't know who I was talking about. Then, after our daughter was born, while we were filling out the paperwork, my husband asked one last time if I'd reconsider. You just went through like major hell, and he's like, can we name it after... Listen, I know she's passed away, and that is very sad. That is obviously very sad, and I don't know how she passed away, but regardless, but it's like, dude,
but no one knows
pick
her.
Your battles. This is not it. This is your daughter. This is a human being you both made, and it's like not... your pregnant wife who has made your daughter inside of her clearly doesn't like this name. Shut up.
I don't know how I got married in the first place with this type of behavior.
Yeah.
But what is this? Like, no.
I said no. And that's when he told me he'd always imagined naming his daughter after her.
Sounds like this guy needs to go to therapy.
Yeah. I asked why he'd never told me that before, and he just shrugged and said he didn't think it mattered. Clearly it matters. We've argued about it twice since we got home. He keeps saying I'm making this into something it isn't, but I just don't understand how somebody can matter enough that you picture naming your future daughter after them, yet somehow they never come up in 5 years together. My mom thinks I should let him have the name because it's obviously meant something to him for a long time. Mom, support your postpartum daughter, for the love of God. My sister thinks that's exactly why I shouldn't. Maybe I'm just exhausted because I barely slept since I gave birth, but I'm so tired of feeling like I'm missing part of the story. It's gotten to the point where I'm thinking about calling his mom and asking who Claire was because I don't know what else to do. Oh, I would have done that ages ago. You should definitely do that.
A long time ago.
It feels completely out of line, but so does finding out about somebody this important while filling out our daughter's birth certificate. Would I be overreacting if I called her? No.
I mean, I have a relationship with my mother-in-law that if it got mentioned once, I'd be like, hey, who the is Claire?
It's Claire. Yeah.
And she would have been like this. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, you're not overreacting. And if anything, how you have to write this at 3 days postpartum. I'm just thinking about day 3 on postpartum right now, after I've done it a couple of times. No. Yeah. No wonder it's eating you alive.
No
you
kidding.
Can't think. No, you go name that own baby. You name your baby what you want.
Absolutely.
At this point, your husband is not thinking straight. No.
Yeah, I agree. Comments say, no, not overreacting.
No.
Ask his mother about Claire.
Yeah.
Does he have any photos of him and Claire? A group photo with their friend group? Not overreacting. Tell him to get a fish and name it Claire. The answer is no. You've been saying no for months, and if he's never mentioned her to anyone before now, I almost guarantee you it was some type of hidden romance thing.
Yeah.
I know that would make me sick if we find that out, because I think there's an update and he wants to name his daughter after
That's gross.
Lover.
Get out of here.
Divorce.
Get out of here.
Literal
Honestly,
divorce.
though,
No, like
I
literally.
would never stop thinking about that, and I would probably be like, just get out of my life. I don't want you around.
We'll just get right into the update. It's after 2 days. I wasn't expecting to update this 2 days later, but a lot has happened really fast. First, thanks to everyone who commented. A bunch of you told me to talk to my mother-in-law because she'd probably know the answer. I went back and forth on it for a while because it felt weird to go around my husband like that, but eventually I did call her. She asked if I wanted to meet for coffee the next morning. So I did. Oh my God. She wanted to meet for coffee. Ooh. Oh my God, what's happening? I honestly thought I was going to leave feeling embarrassed. I figured she'd tell me Claire really was just a close friend, and I'd realize I'd let myself get carried away because I'm exhausted and emotional and just had a baby. The first thing she asked me was what my husband had already told me about Claire. I said that she'd been his best friend, and he wanted to name our daughter after her. She just kind of looked at me for a second. You're not ready for this.
Oh no.
Then she told me they'd been engaged. They'd been engaged. That is, what? Why would you want to name your daughter? First of all, lied to your wife about a person you were engaged with, and then you want to name your poor little daughter after a woman. She passed away, very sad, about your dead lover, fiance, and you are lying to your wife about it. This would be a whole different story if he was honest about like, oh, you know, this is a person I used to be with. She got in a car accident or whatever happened, and like this has been a thing for 5 years. I've read a story like that where it's like the wife knew that the husband like had it was like a best friend, and she died in a horrible way, and he always talked about her, and she's like, actually, you know what, that is sweet. This is like lies. This is tainted with this, like, it feels weird. It's icky.
It feels weird. Like, why do you want to look at your daughter and say that name when it was your lover / fiance that has passed on?
Oh my God. But I just can't believe he lied about being engaged to his wife. That's crazy. I'd divorce him. I don't think I could get back from that. None of the family has said anything. No, none of the family. This is insane. The more we talked, the more names came up. His parents knew, his brother knew, and one of his old roommates knew because they'd lived together at the time. Funny enough, it was the same friend who I'd asked at the baby shower. No one had told me anything. Dump this whole family, move across the country.
Get out.
Oh my God. Apparently, most people just knew he'd been dating someone who got sick. His mom told me Claire was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer not long after they started dating, which is horrible. Very sad.
This is not on Claire.
Fast. Yeah, no. This is not about Claire. This is about the piece of shit
weirdo
who lied. Things moved fast after that because they knew they probably didn't have years together, so he proposed. She died not long after. She also told me she assumed I'd known all about this for years. When we got engaged, she thought he'd already told me. Same thing when we got married. Same thing when I got pregnant. I call bullshit, but maybe I'm just looking to point fingers. No. There's no way this couldn't come up. There's no way.
No. Like, I'm actually saying divorce.
No, like,
because
actually.
If you can't.
What else is he lying about?
I would never be able to look at my husband the same again if that was just that. Like, what?
It's
and
like,
then my mother-in-law and father-in-law would have told me. So it's just like, just get out of there.
But that's not even like a bad thing. Like, I don't understand why he lied about it. Like, it's just like, oh, this thing happened and it was awful, and I want to share it with you because you're my future wife, and this is like, that's honestly, you know, that's a beautiful story about you falling in love with somebody and then them getting sick. And I mean, it's horrible, it's heart-wrenching, but it's just like,
yes. But then, like you said, what else are you hiding then?
Yeah.
If you can't be upfront with this.
Oh my gosh. I drove home after that and just waited for him to get back from work because there wasn't any chance I was going to act like everything was normal. I confronted him that night and it went awful. Truly, he acted like an entirely different person. At first, he wanted to know why I'd gone to see his mom. Then it became that I had no right to dig into his past. Then it became that Claire had nothing to do with our marriage. Then it was that I'd betrayed his trust by involving his family. It just kept changing. Yeah, because he's a lying piece of shit he's projecting onto you. I'd answer one thing and we'd somehow end up arguing about something else. I asked him when he planned on telling me he'd been engaged because we'd already been together for over 5 years, married for 2, and now we had a daughter. He said he always meant to tell me, but he didn't. He never fucking told me, and I'm so angry at how selfish it was. I packed a bag that night and went to my sister's house with the baby. Before people assume we're getting divorced, that's not why I left. I still love this man, and we have a child together. I couldn't imagine raising her split into households. I left because we were both angry, and I could tell the argument wasn't going anywhere. My sister's been helping with the baby. Yesterday, she realized I hadn't eaten since breakfast and practically shoved a sandwich into my hands because I'd completely forgotten. This whole thing has been exhausting, and I haven't slept at all. A few people asked about the birth certificate. The hospital told us we had time to finish the paperwork after we left, so we weren't forced to pick a name before going home. We obviously aren't going to leave it forever, but right now, neither of us is in any position to make a decision. My sister started calling her Ellie because she said she felt weird saying the baby all the time. And somewhere over the last day, I've started doing it too. I don't know if that's going to end up being her name, but it's a good working filler while the shitstorm is going on. My husband has been calling and texting since I left. He wants to see our daughter, and we've made that happen because none of this has anything to do with her. Whatever is going on between us, she's still our daughter and he loves her. I don't want people getting the idea that I'm trying to keep her away from him because I'm not. Who cares? I don't care. You should.
I don't care.
He's a piece of shit.
I don't care.
He
That's
deserves
my
that.
baby. That's my baby.
That he was wanting to. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't judge you for that. I've seen a lot of comments saying the real issue is that he loved someone before me. It really isn't. If he told me about Claire years ago, I don't think we'd be here. I would have felt awful for him. I probably would have cried hearing what happened, but I wouldn't have held it against him. What really hurts is the lies and the manipulation. But then again, can you even call it lying? It's not like I ever asked him. It's lying by omission. It's stop. Don't defend him. Why?
Well,
what are we doing?
Because now she's like, and this is all happening at the most vulnerable stage of her
Hormones
life.
Are crazy.
She's going off survival instinct. She's thinking about her daughter. She doesn't want her daughter to live in 2 households. I can't imagine having the feeling of like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to split time with my kids. What? Like, I would do everything I could to avoid that because it's like I don't want to miss any part of my kid's life. So I don't want to share. I would just want to be together all in one. So I get where she's like, I think she's trying to make it okay for everybody else, so it makes it okay for her to go back with him. But it's just like...
But now she's blaming herself now. She's like, it's not like I ever asked him, oh, were you married before? Because who the hell asked that? Who the hell doesn't say like, oh yeah, I was engaged. I was engaged before. That's very relevant. Instead, I found out because he wanted our daughter to have her name. And then I found out from his mother. No, you found out because he lied. He said it was a friend. He said he was a friend.
He said it was a friend.
And his entire family lied to you. Literally lied to you. And because that friend lied to you after you asked him who that person was. That's the part I can't look past. I look back on other posts and it feels like it was written by someone else. 2 days ago, I thought we were arguing about a name. God, I was so naive. I suppose question has turned into, would I be overreacting to leave him over this? I'm certainly mad, but I don't think we're to that point yet and don't want that for my baby either. Anyway, that's where things are. Thank you all so much for the support.
It'd just be really hard, I think, to get to a place back with your husband being like, you feel so you trust them, you know what I mean? Like with no trust, I'm like, I'm not attracted kind of thing. I'm not attracted at all. And I get with the whole kid, like I get like putting in all of your effort to try to make it work for the kid. I get that. I get that. But
it like, changes when you have a kid for sure.
What environment are you going to put that kid in if you stay kind of thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I would need to go to like couples counseling. He would need to go to his own counseling, like for me to make this work at all.
Well, and I get marriages ebbs and flows, but this wasn't like an ebb and flow situation. This was like
lying for years.
Yeah, this was a situation that he brought in.
Yeah, and he did lie because you said that you never asked if he was married. You asked who Claire was, and he lied. He was engaged. You said it was a friend. So yeah, you did ask, and then he lied. So
you're not overreacting.
No, if I was in this situation, I would be like, I don't know. I would really reconsider my entire relationship. That is so crazy.
I'd be taking my baby. We would not be in. No, I'd take my baby somewhere else.
Yeah, for a while. Like he would
for
have
a good while.
I don't even know, because I wouldn't even trust the family, and that's supposed to be your second support system.
And with all those lies, I don't know how this stuff works, but with all those lies, I'd try to like say to a lawyer like supervised visits only. With my little baby girl. Like
that's wild.
You become a like, especially as a mom, it's like, it's so funny because I've always had such a hard time in life saying no to things, and then you become a mom and you're like, no,
easy no, hard pass,
no. Like it's just anyways, I'm sorry
we didn't have any positive ones.
That's all right. So do we overreact? Maybe.
Yeah, probably, but
we'll still work on it.
It's my channel and we can do what we want. So, and you can react however you want. Let us know what you guys think down below. If we're overreacting, let us know. Just kidding. Please don't. Just kidding. You can. I don't care.
You can. It's fine.
But let us know what you guys think about all these stories. But we'll see you in the next one. All right.
Thanks for having me. Bye.